Okay, let's get started using your Gmail account to create your first blog. Start by logging into your Gmail account. When you get there at the top, you'll see the menu. Click on More and select Blogger off the list. A new tab will open and ask you to authenticate your account, so go ahead and put in your password again. This will enable Blogger in your Gmail account. You'll be asked to confirm your profile or create a limited blogger profile. So let's go ahead and create a limited blogger profile, and let's give it a code name. So instead of, I'm going to call it I am tech. Or actually, I'm just going to do my first initial last name because that's pretty standard. And then I'm going to go and continue on to Blogger. So now I'm ready to create and name my blog. So you can see these are the blogs that I have, which I have not created any yet. So I'm going to create my first one right now by clicking on New Blog. Here I'll be asked to give it a name. And in this case, we're asked to call it, supposed to give it a name. I'm going to call it R. Burns I am tech. I am tech. Okay, I wasn't really thinking about what my title was going to be. And then you have to give it a name. So I'm going to call it again R. Burns. So it's going to be my first initial last name, and I am tech, because that's generally what I'm going to be blogging about. I'm going to be blogging about technology. So there I have it. And it says my blog address is available. But let's say I put in something and it was not available. It would say, sorry, this blog address is not available. But I'm going to do rburns@blogspot.com. This doesn't reveal any extremely personal information about me, but it's tied to the purpose of my blog. So I came up with something that makes sense and kind of aligns with the title of my blog. I can go back and change the title later. So here I have this started, and now I can select a template. I can choose dynamic views, simple, picture window, awesome, etc. Now, note, whatever you choose here, you can go back and change later, and you can also modify it. So I'm just going to start out with a simple blog and click on Create Blog. You'll see that it's creating the blog. Then it will indicate that your blog was created successfully. The next part of the instructions are to go ahead and design your blog. So I'm going to get started by just clicking on the name of my blog in my account. This is where you'll see you have plenty of options. And the instructions might tell you to choose a template, which you already did. But you can go ahead and change that now should you want to. So you can click on Customize. Here, you can see down here you have dynamic views. Remember we chose the simple template? Well, here's different options of the simple template. So I can X out of that. I can take a look at that. I can close out until I find something I like. You can even look for something different. And let's say you decided, gee, I really like that. So you can apply to blog. What if you have second thoughts? You can go ahead and find something else. Take a moment to, pause this right now if you're working on this, and take a moment to find a template that works for you. I'm going to apply one to the blog. Now you're ready to take a look at your settings, because now you're ready to take a look at customization of whatever template you chose. So if you click on Customize, you're going to have the option to change the background. So click on Background, and you can see I have a background image of none. But if you wanted to change that, there's some default images you can choose. So you can really choose from a lot of different options. Remember, I've chosen a theme of technology for my blog, so I may want to stay with something technical. whatever the theme is that you're going to be writing about. If you're a dancer and you're going to blog about dancing, it might be very different than somebody who's blogging about technology. Once you choose a background image, you do have the option to change your color scheme. So go ahead and take a look at those options as well. And this is fun, it's personable, it's creative, so this is where you want to take your time. You can also adjust the widths of your blog, your sidebar, so you can see how that changes on the page. And your layout, which will show your body layout, your posts, and you can change that at any point in time as well. And finally, in advanced, you have the options of really making changes. Let's say your blog title, you don't like that font. You can go ahead and pick a different font, make it a different size, even make it a different color. So why don't you go ahead and take some time to customize your blog. Once you're satisfied, just click on Apply to Blog. If you want to take a look at your blog, click on View Blog, and it will open in a new tab. Now you can see I don't have any posts yet. I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on Back to Blogger. And if you want to change the layout, you have the option here to make any changes that you want to the layout. You tend to understand how you want it laid out a little bit further down the road. Maybe not the first day you have your blog, but after you have a few posts and you start adding a few things and you do some more design work, then you get a sense of what you want for layout. Now you're ready to create a post. If you click on Posts, or if you're anywhere in your Edit Blog area, you can click on New Post. The post title here is going to be Things I've Learned in Computer Literacy. Why don't you take a moment to pause this and type a couple of things about what you've learned in computer literacy. Once you get what you've learned in computer literacy in your blog, you can go ahead and change the font if you'd like. So if you highlight it, you have the option to change it to a different font type. You also can make it larger or smaller. You can even change the color if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this for now. And I'm going to save my work. In the next lesson, we'll be asked to insert an image. So if you need to pause or come back to this later, now's a good stopping point. If not, we'll go on. If you're just returning to us, you need to log into your Gmail account, click on More and go to Blog, and then access your post in your blog. We're going to insert an image. So let's go to Google Images. If you type in images.google.com, then you can type in a search term for your post. Now, I wrote in my post that I love the fact that I learned how to create a blog. So I'm going to look for an image on blogging. And I found this image, which is perfect. So I'm going to click on the image, and it's going to bring me to the page. And I'm going to right-click on this and say Save Image As, and go ahead and put it in your Module 6 folder. I'm just going to throw it on my desktop for now and save it. I'm also going to take the link to this page, Control-C, and copy, because I am going to identify that as a source in my blog. I'm ready to upload my image, so I click on the image icon here, and I'm going to upload from my desktop. You're going to look in your Module 6 folder. Sorry about all the bells and whistles going on here. Okay, there it is. And I've uploaded my image. Click on Add Selected, and it will be added to your page. Now, you can leave it here in the center, but if you click on it, you have the option to make it small, medium, large, or extra large. You also have the option to make it left, center, or right. So I'm going to put mine on the left. And then at the bottom, I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to put image source and I'm going to control V. I'm going to just paste that in. I'm going to click on save and then I'm even going to preview and see what it looks like. So now you can see I've just created my first post on my first blog. Let's go ahead and click on the labels because that's the next activity. And we'll put in a couple of labels that go with this post. Now, labels are a great way to identify and organize your blog posts. If you blog about, let's say, 10 different topics, then you can add those 10 different labels every time you post. So one time you're posting about Google, another time you're posting about blogging, another time you might be posting about skiing. And so when somebody looks at your blog, they can say, oh, this person blogs a lot about Google, and they click on it and all the posts that have been tagged with the label Google will show up. So let's tag this creating blogs. We're going to creating blogs. What else did we write about? Computer literacy. And online learning. Because I think I'm going to post more stuff about online learning. And then I'm going to click on done. And I'm going to publish my post. If I want to view the blog, I click on View Blog. So those are the directions for getting your blog up and running from start to finish using the new Google Blogger.